there, silly crafters, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's the set I'm going to be working on today. We have a turtle shell pattern as well as some 3D nail art. These were actually very easy to do, so let's get started. To begin, we're going to be starting off with just a simple refill. I've had this set for about 2 weeks. I didn't really do any design on top of it. I left them very plain, but now we're just going to refill them and then do our design on top. I do add builder gel on top of my Gel X, and so that is basically what I'm drilling off right now. Take your time in this process, go very slow, you don't want to hurt your cuticles. So I'm guilty of never changing my drill bit. I usually just like to use this size for everything I do. However, it is very easy to change it out, and then once you do, all these drill bits are made to help you, and these get really close to the cuticles and really help clean up the area. I used to just use a hand file for this part, but after using this drill bit, it just gives you so much control and just makes this process a lot easier. Now, using our Born Pretty builder gel, we're just going to build an apex right on top of this. To prep, we're going to use a primer. I've had this one for many years and it still has some, so I'm just going to put it in the area of the natural growth. I will have to buy a primer soon, so if you guys have any recommendations, let me know down in the description below. I recently started using builder gel just to build the apex and found it makes such a huge difference, and so I haven't stopped using it since. It's very easy to use. We just start on top and drag our product down, then use a very thin brush to clean up our edges. The key here is to not put too much product on the edges. That's why we just use this very thin brush to drag it down just a little bit. It does help that this gel is self-leveling, but once you're ready to cure, we just have to turn on our lamp and let it cure for about 60 seconds. Now we can just repeat the same steps to the other fingers, and I usually do 2 layers just to make sure I have a lot of strength. I love using my Melody Susie lamp since I can do 1 finger at a time, and then once I'm ready, it just opens up and I can do my whole hand. And so once we're done, this is what it looks like. I haven't even drilled, but you can see how smooth and nice they look. For our turtle shell pattern, we're going to be using our Born Pretty Jelly Color sets. This one's the number 4 in kind of an orange color. This is the part where we're going to be trusting the process since the background does have to start very orange. I will be doing different designs for my middle and pointer fingers, so the background for those are going to be this milky pink color. This color is by Sheglam, and I love how this color is very subtle. It just makes such a difference. For the pointer finger, I wanted to do the turtle shell, but I decided to kind of give it a twist with the French nail. I usually like to use my French tip nail guides, but this time I decided to test my skills, and so I put just a little bit of product on my thin brush and then just kind of shaped the French tip on my own. And once again, just take your time with this. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it can get very close. Once you're happy with the base, we're just going to cure, and this is what our nails are looking like. Now it's time for a blooming gel. This is what's really going to make our turtle shell nails burst with color. And it's very easy to use. We use it just like any other product. Do not put too much or too little. We want to just have the perfect ratio. Now I did mix a little bit of a jelly orange color and some black to make this one, and I just put little blobs in kind of a stack pattern. We are trying to make large blobs, and so make sure you're picking up enough product every time. We can already see the colors start to move around, and if you feel like it's too light, just add a little bit more on top. Depending how much you want it to mix is the time you're going to wait. It's good that we can just watch it, so once you're happy with how it looks, that's when you cure. This is looking so good. Now let's cure and do our second layer. This is what the nail looks like after, but we're going for more of a darker tone, just like the thumb. And so for that, we're going to do another layer of blooming gel, but this time with black color. And so here is the layer of blooming gel. Again, just make sure that you get it right on top of everything. Now I'm taking just a straight up black gel color, and this is what we're going to add right on top of the other dots that we just made. Make sure that you're moving your brush around. You don't want these blobs to be perfect circles. You want them to be more odd shapes. And so just keep adding product as you see fit. And once you're ready, we're just going to go ahead and cure one more time. And as you can see, we can already see the difference. It's getting a lot darker. Now moving on to the index finger, we're actually going to be just doing the same steps, but just on the tip of the nail. I have been seeing these designs all over TikTok, and it took me a very long time to give it a shot because it just looks so intimidating, but let me tell you, it is very, very easy. These animal print nails have changed so much. I remember back in school with everything just being zebra and cheetah. It was so funny. The key here is to just give it enough time for the color to spread and make sure to not be scared of the black, add a lot of it. For the middle finger here, I'm just adding a second layer of the pink milky color. I do end up changing the pinky finger design later on, so I'm not going to show how I did that one. But we're just going to be working on the middle finger, which is basically the same idea. I wasn't too sure about the type of flower I was going to do, and so I decided to do just like an ombre kind of effect for this middle fingernail. This step is actually unnecessary since I did end up covering it almost basically completely with the 3D flowers. To seal my design, I'm just going to be using an ultra high gloss top coat, and once again we're just going to do a nice thin layer right on top. This set is looking so cool already. Alright, now for the last steps. Here I'm just going to use my builder gel, and this one's just a white color. It's not good to touch this, so try to avoid touching it with your fingers or just wear gloves. The easiest way to work with this is to basically just roll it into little balls depending on the size that you need. I'm working on two big petals, and so I'm just taking two kind of good size balls. These are going to be my main big petals, so I'm just going to put one on top and one on the bottom. Now using my silicone pencil, you can see here I use it to just kind of work and build my petals. What's great about builder gel is that it won't dry unless you cure it, so you basically have all the time you need to just make those beautiful petals. Use the tip of the tool to create a center and help you build your petal, but what I love about this is you could flip it around, and this kind of gives you like a straight edge, and that's very helpful in just like digging it in and creating more of a texture. Sorry, it's kind of hard for me to explain, but just make sure you're watching and let me know if there's any questions I can answer. I do like to work with two petals at a time just to make sure that they aren't mixing with each other, but now I'm taking two smaller balls to work on the other petals. I'm going to be working on them the same way, except that I want these a little bit more round, not quite as pointy as the other ones. To elevate this a little bit extra, I'm just going to be adding some gold beads right in the middle. This is looking so good, but just to take it to the next step, we're just going to be adding a little bit more details right in the middle. Now taking my thin brush, I'm just going to be adding some more product. Again, this is the orange mixed in black, but I did want to create a more dimension, more depth, and so I did kind of add the product at different levels so it looks more dark in the inside and light on the outside. This is looking so good. Now for the final step, we're just going to be again taking a very thin brush and just adding some tiny little dots right in the center of the flower. Make sure to cure between every layer, but now we can finish off with our favorite top coat. I want to make sure that my flower is protected, and so I want to get my top coat into every little nook and cranny, and so you can see here I'm making sure that I get every edge. For the pinky finger, I made a different version of this flower, which you'll see at the end, but we are basically done. And so I hope you liked my video and found it helpful. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and also head over to my Instagram and my TikTok for a lot more pictures and videos of my work, and just thank you so much for watching.